Drake, I love you, bro. Congratulations on Chairman 10. I knew you could do it. I remember when we first started working together, bro. Blue hair. Before that, money season and all that other stuff, bro. It's crazy. I know a lot of people didn't believe in you. I know you're wanting to get your mom off the streets and everything like that. And now you're finally gonna be able to do that. Thank you for making me me. Thank you for always being there for me. You're a little brother to me, big dog. I love you. I'll see you at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. Let's get it.
Timeout.
Oh,
wow.
I am a chairman.
I mean that shit in 1 hour.
Oh, let's fucking go.
I'm eating chairman in 1 hour.
Ah!
I'm eating chairman in 1 hour. See, this is how you send voice messages to chairman.
Oh.
Yeah, bro. So I'm actually gonna send you a website. Check it out and hit me back when you see it.
Hey, that's how you fucking. That's how you fucking.
That's how you fucking.
That's how you say.
That's how you fucking do it. Stop fucking playing with us.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yo, we really do this shit. We really do.
I was on some 5K shit earlier.
Fucking 14 people out. Let's go.
I was on some fucking 5K shit earlier.
Yes.
Oh, fucking playing with me. I was on some 5K shit.
Oh, why?
Yeah, bro, I'm actually super busy right now. I'm actually launching 2 people at the moment, so please get back to me when you can.
Ah!
Yeah, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
That's how we do this shit.
Oh, I am a chairman. Oh yeah, break the couch because you can fucking do that shit. You can fucking break that couch. You can break it. You buy another one. You can buy another one. This is your day. Easy, that's expensive. Easy, the walls are expensive. This is your day. This is your day. This is your day.
You all hurt your hand.
Yeah, this is your fucking day. This is your day. Let's go. Look at you tying that chairman's shoe right there. That's the last time you're fucking tying that shoe as a fucking
We're going to the Louis V. Right, we're going to the Louis V.
That's
store.
the last time. Oh wait.
We're going to the Louis V.
Oh, you're taking them off? Oh, we're going rid of the black bottoms? Are we going to fucking red bottoms? Are we going to red bottoms? Ooh, let's go. Hey, red bottoms are like the Nike for this shit. Ah! Wait, please tell me he didn't have his phone. He can't hit chairman without his phone. Did this just happen right now? This was completely unplanned, actually. Why did he do that? Why did he do that? Why did he do that? Why did he just do that? Look at him swimming his last swim as a platinum. Ah! His last swim as a platinum. Yeah, get him, Prixies. Get him, Prixies. Get Uncle Chairman.
Oh my god, this pool is salty.
Prixies, no. Get Uncle Chairman, Bubba. Oh yeah. Go get Uncle Chairman. Oh yeah.
Cash, push me in. Get the fucking platinum off me. Get the platinum off me.
Platinum? Ooh. See that? That's how you get pushed by a chairman right there. That's how you look. He went. This is like baptism. He went under a platinum, came up a fucking chairman. Let's go. Let's go. Look at me. I'm the captain now. Yo. We just baptized Drake. He went in the pool as a platinum, came out as a chairman. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cash. Push me in.
Maybe you should put the...
For the video.
Maybe you should put the handles. Maybe you should put the...
Fuck the handles.
You're...
Give him your phone.
Or should I just...
Give him your phone.
Yeah. Should I do the whole chair? Yeah. Make sure you fall back.
Push me.
Okay.
Oh, fuck! That did not work out. That did not fucking work out. That did not fucking work out.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
That did not work out.
Oh, shit.
That did not work out.
Look at this. Cash!
What?
You need some chairman towels.
Oh, shit. What, Drake? Walk in wet. Fuck it. Drake, this is whose house? This is your house. Actually, just wait. Actually, hold on. I'll give you the towel.
That would have fucking hurt. Stop.
I'm so scared.
Go away.
Why does he want to attack you?
Go away.
Why is he doing that?
Why are you shaking?
Why is he wanting to attack you? Why is he doing?
Go.
Get
Go. Go.
Dude, he's gonna attack you. Why is he doing that?
Go. Go. Go.
Dude, he's gonna
Go
fuck
away.
you up.
Go away.
Oh shit! Black people can't swim. Or I'd be in this pool. Not all black people, just me. Oh shit! I forgot about that thing.
Hey! I found the chair!
Oh, the chairman!
I found the chair!
Oh, the chair. Oh, it's good.
Come here. Come here, Babas. Oh, yeah.
Hey, you guys, I just wanted to do a public service announcement. We really fucking do this. Oh,
Cash.
I am a chairman.
You have to push me in as a chairman.
What do you mean? I already did push you in as a chairman. Okay, hold on.
Wait.
Okay, fuck it.
Push my face. Oh, fuck!
He said push my face. Because your fat ass is about to die.
What?
Fucking out of breath.
What?
Good boy, fat boy. Yeah, Bubba, let's go, Bubba. Go in there. Go in there, Bubba. You can't even swim.
I feel like a fucking chairman.
You guys, I forgot that little fucker's name on my comments that I purposely left.
Y'all not gonna want to see this. That's fucked up.
Hey. Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! It's fucking done. 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 Ooh, I love you. Let's go. Ooh, fucking done. Go. Ooh, I love you, bro. Let's fucking. Ooh, let's go. Ooh, let's go. Hey, everybody said he can do this shit. That's crazy as fuck. Told you. Ooh, I'm fucking shaking. I told you. I'm fucking shaking. I'm dropping it. I'm dropping it.
Oh, we smashed through that bitch. Ah! We won it all. Fuck. This is my first branding photo. What does that say? Can't answer him. I can't do this right now. May 28th, 2016. Holy shit, it's been exactly 4 years since I joined. Yo, what's up guys? This is Drake. Brand new Chairman 10 inside of Walking ATM / I Am Mastery Academy. And, I'm gonna be real, over the past 4 years, I never really thought, coming into this industry, that I would be achieving Chairman 10. My first week, I actually got into this industry. I was playing college football, I was redshirting, playing football for a year. And I dropped out in my first week, right? I met 2 individuals. One was named Cash Cartier and another man by the name of Austin Godsey. And there was only one Chairman 10 inside of I Am Mastery Academy at the time. Only one. And, I saw him and I looked at him and I said, yo, man, if you can do it, right? He looked homeless, baggy clothes, everything like that. Coming up, we get pictures of, what look like. And for me, I never believed that someone like myself could ever make, I never thought, little old Drake Denison could be someone that, could become. And coming into this industry, I saw Austin, I saw Cash, I saw these individuals, and what they showed me was they showed me that it's possible, right? And that's my biggest moment that I remember this whole entire really just life was that first week, coming from college football, from college, from sports my whole life, come from a single mom household, everything like that. My first week I was like, dang, that's crazy to me. So just to be real, that first week was huge for me. And coming into this, I was super just like engulfed in the trading world. My first week, I stayed up 4 days in a row, literally no sleep, 4 days in a row, learning trading. And, just to be real, coming into I Am, just to be real, my first 6 months, we didn't have any education. We didn't have the academy. We didn't have Go Live. We didn't have, what a lot of these people have right now. So it was a lot harder for people back then. So, about 6 months into the business, probably about 4 months, actually my mom's house burned down. And I don't know where I was at the time, but I remember getting a phone call from, the cops that, your mom's house burned down. And around that time, I actually dropped out of school, right, because my grandma passed away. So I knew I had to become the man of the family. And I started I Am really to change my family's life. And 4 months in, my mom's house burned down. Everything, burnt up inside. The house was unlivable. And I went there and actually, we rented the house. So the owner came and threw all of our stuff out in the lawn. I remember it. And he put an eviction notice on the door, right? We had nowhere to go. We had really just like no ways out except my granddad's house. And, it was crazy because I remember that moment just being so mad at the world and just being like, man, like, how can something like this just happen like that? And I think when you start entrepreneurship, you have the worst things happen to you because, you tell God, yo, God, like, I want something big out of life. And then he throws big obstacles in your way to really see if, you actually truly want it. So my mom's house burned down. We actually moved in with my granddad at the time, and that's what actually birthed the Old South pancake grind. I remember, guys, I had no money. I was living off really like change at the time. We had no money to eat. We were going to Old South, at 8 p.m. to like 8 a.m., 12-hour days, really just trading. And that's where walking ATMs was really birthed. It was birthed at Old South Pancake House. A woman named Lisa, who I said when I hit chairman, I'm going to go give her, her. So that's going to be coming up soon. But she gave us free short stack coupons. She gave us like 70 of them. And every single night we go in there and eat free short stacks. And that's the only food that we had to eat. And I remember that time, very vividly. And, around that time, I was going back and forth to Mike Miles' Trade House in Keller. And shout out to Mike Miles. Shout out to, Jordan Morgan. Shout out to Khalil Stinson, Nigel Stinson. Shout out to Julian, Saini, Emery, Darwin, Cash Cartier. And, I remember going back and forth. I would go to the Keller Trade House for 3 days. And I would stay there for 3 days in a row, pretty much sleeping on Mike's couch, sleeping on Emery's futon. And I would come home for a day and shower and then go right back. I didn't have a job at the time. And, I was really just, living broke, just making this thing happen. But I thought it was going to happen faster for me. You know what I mean? I thought it was going to happen a lot faster. And I remember around that time, just to be real, coming to, Mike Miles' Trade House, everything like that. It was probably one of the worst years of my life. And it's probably one of the worst years of my life. And around that time, my granddad, actually court ordered us out of his house. So, he court ordered us. Me and my mom would fight every single day. Actually, around that time, my mom tried to, take her life a couple times. So I love you, Mom, if you see this. I really don't share a lot of the deep information, but, I give people the surface level. And she was in and out of the hospital, different stuff like that. Horrible time in my life. And still making it happen, though. I would show up at Old South, deal with the family problems, drive to Old South 10 minutes later and grind with the squad. And, no one really in my circle knew what was happening in my life. No one really knew, that I was going through that trauma. And, but what I saw was, I remembered, Cash, I remember Austin, I remember, and I was like, man, it's possible. And I held on to that vision. And, so we got court ordered out of the house. My mom actually went in and out of homeless shelters. She was living on the street at the time. I was bouncing around couch to couch from Eric Palma. Shout out to Eric. Mason Green. I was living couch to couch from my friends' houses, just trading, man, making this thing happen. And, that was the most wild just time of my life. We were going to Old South, no money. I was smoking weed at the time, just to be real. 5 for a G here and there. And just, man, I just wanted to make this thing happen trading. And, just to be real, guys, it's not going to happen as fast as you want. But I'm going to be real. If you stay committed, if you stay all in, this thing will happen for you. And around that time, I got sick and tired of seeing my mom on the street. I got sick and tired of seeing my mom, going in and out of, shelters and stuff like that. So I actually bought an apartment. I got pretty good at trading about a year and a half in. And I bought an apartment, my first ever apartment, off Las Vegas Trail in the hood. No car. About a month into my lease, I got tired of that. And I was like, yo, let me go buy a cash car. I got scammed. The alternator went out the first day. So I remember having the car. I remember walking down the street, no car on Las Vegas Trail with my mom carrying a knife, to Kroger just to go get groceries. And I bought a car. I was so excited just to have a car, go valet. I remember at that time walking ATMs was around like 10 people. Christian Vasquez, different people like that. Christian, different, Eric Mason, Jacob Gabbert. Shout out to Jacob Gabbert, the boy, still rocking with me. Just to be real, 3 months into that apartment lease, my mom actually went missing. And my dogs, my mom, everything like that. And I really didn't talk to her for about a month. And around that time, I was like, yo, this is done. I'm over the struggle. I'm over the pain. I was going through the worst trials and tribulations. I was like, when is this thing going to happen for me, man? Like, when am I really going to, get chairman, man. Like when is like my team gonna grow? Like when is this, trading thing gonna click for me? And I think that was 2 years into my career, man. 2 to 3, almost like 2.5 years in. And I said, man, well, when is this thing gonna happen? And I was frustrated, and but at the same time I was having fun, man. I remember back to the hard times, and those are honestly fun times. Those are good times. It was the come up. I remember in that apartment, I created this brand called Whiteboard and Wi-Fi because all I had in the apartment was a whiteboard, Wi-Fi, and my laptop, and a twin-size bed that me and my mom slept on. Her foot off one end and my foot off the other. Actually, she called me today. She's in a homeless shelter right now, and I told her, we made it. She doesn't believe me, but when I get back to Dallas, she's gonna see it. And I remember she said, "Remember the twin-size bed?" And I said, "Yeah, I remember it." And throughout all of that, no one really knew the struggle. No one really knew the real pain that we were going through, really to make ATMs work. And around that time, I moved out of that 6-month lease, and we created an Arlington trade house, right? Obviously, Mike Miles, motivated me to create one, and this was really the birth and the growth where walk-in ATMs was really just exploded. We started home events. We started one week home events, and this is when momentum started to happen in our business. I told my mom, I said, "Yo, Mom, you got to go do your thing. I got to go move into this trade house." And she needed me, but I told her, I was like, "Yo, I know you need me," and I dealt with the pain of leaving her to the side. I couldn't help. I had to distance myself away. A lot of y'all are with your parents, or you have to support your brother or your parents or whatever. And what I had to do was I was like, I'm not growing with her right now. It's the constant cycle. So I had to get out of there and break out of it to go into this trade house with my team, with my squad, with the ATMs, and I had to break out of that. And I remember moving in there, and I told my mom, I was like, "Mom, you got to give me some time." And I thought it was gonna be a couple months. You know what I mean? I thought it was gonna be a couple months. Really, it was a couple years. But I remember during that whole year, it was rough. I didn't have much money. I was working at a bar job with Cash Cartier at America Gardens, but we made it happen. In that house, I actually hit P1000 at the time. I hit P1000. We were hosting one event a week. And then I remember Nigel and Khalil, the youngest chairman 10 inside of the company, they got a penthouse in Dallas. So we go one event at the trade house and one event at the penthouse. And that's when we started, 2-day-a-week system events. So pretty crazy. That was like the birth of the 2-day-a-week system. So we did that. And I remember speaking at the trade house and, in front of 5 people, 2 people at a time. Now we speak in front of hundreds and, 500s, thousands of people, but no one really saw the 5 people, the 2 people. And, that was the birth of it, man. That's what grew me into a leader. That's what grew me, to the next level. So for some of y'all, man, you might be hosting your own events, you might be hosting your own meetings, but what you need to understand is that's what's going to grow you to the next level. I just kept envisioning, 100 ATMs, 100 ATMs, 100 ATMs, 100 ATMs. And I remember we achieved 100 ATMs at the end of that, house. We achieved it. And, our last event in that trade house was 70 people. We went to Vegas, we came back, and we had an event of 70 people. And I remember the lease ended, and my mom came over, right? She was at my granddad's, and my mom came over, and 2 days, she was just worn out. She slept for 2 days in a row, and I said, "Mom, it still hasn't worked yet." And it still hasn't worked yet. And I was like, "But it's gonna happen. Like, I'm P1000, I'm gonna go P2000. When I get to P2000, I'm gonna be able to take care of you. When I go to P5000, I'm gonna be able to take care of you." And I remember we got in the biggest fight ever in that last day, and I was like, "Mom, you gotta go." And I pretty much kicked her out, and it was horrible. It hurt me for a long time, and it was just bad. And I remember Cash at the time, I didn't have anywhere to go that day, and he said, "Yo, just come live with me, and let's run this shit up." So shout out to Cash Cartier, I love you, bro. And I moved in with Cash, and in about 3 to 4 months, I went from P1000 to P5000, and it was the biggest explosion in ATM history. And I remember that. We started 211 Hervé events in Dallas, and we started to have, we moved into an office building, and they, it fit 300 people, and they were like, "Drake, we've only done events of 70. How are we gonna fit 300? And I said, "Man, I've already seen us speak in front of 1,000. So how the hell is 300 a lot of people? And, you know, I remember probably 5 months later, we filled that shit up with 500 people. And 500 people were waiting outside after the September convention. So 1,000 people showed up to that office building. It only fit 300. And they thought that was a lot when we moved in. So, you know, you got to have a big vision. You know, if you're a leader, man, your vision's got to be big enough for all of the people that follow you's vision to fit in it. You know, I heard that from one of my mentors one time. So my vision's always been, you know, wide. It's always been, you know, vast down the road. And around that time, we hit 100 members, and our goal was 1,000 ATMs. You know, in this video that you're gonna watch, you know, I held up a hand gesture was like this, and that was 500. So at one point, our goal was 500 ATMs. So we hit 1,000 as well. You know, we busted 1,000 ATMs, and you know, when I hit P5000, I was like, yo, like my mom's taken care of. But realistically, guys, you know, you hit P5000 and you get there, and now you got a tour. Now you got to fly around the country. Now, you know, your team needs you to pay for events and hotel events, and you got to, you know, do all these different things with the team. And, you know, your team's struggling. You got to pay for their gas, pay for their food. You know, I remember Austin Torres, Mario, you know, they were struggling with rent. You know, I was helping them out with gas. I was helping some of the other team out with gas, some of the other team out with food, sending my mom food money, you know, different stuff like that. Just you're a money machine for people, and no one really sees where your money goes. And then you got your own rent, you got your own, you know, water bill, you got your own phone bill, and by that time your money's gone. So I really couldn't help my mom at P5, and I said, okay, I got to go chairman. And you know, about 8 months later, you know, we're sitting here in Arizona, and we smacked Chairman 10. So it was a surreal 4 years. You know, this is about exactly 4 years into the business. I started May 18th of 2016, and it's May 12th of 2020. So, you know, just to be real, I don't say this story to, you know, make y'all feel bad for me. Some of y'all probably had a lot worse stories than me, but I wanted to bring you into my mind on really like how hard it was, you know, but at the same time, no matter how hard it get, you know, I heard Les Brown say this one time. He says, no matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. And I remember screaming that at the top of my lungs at conventions, in the mirror, in the bathroom, you know, when shit was going horrible, you know, when my mom was in the hospital, was when, you know, drugs were around, and, you know, just, it didn't look good for me. And I remember saying that, and no matter how hard it got, I just said, man, I'm going to make it. And no matter, I just remember the times writing Chairman 10 on my hand, having it on my wallpaper, screaming it at conventions. You know, I remember walking into the Houston events, and ATMs was like 20, 30 people, and I'd be the only crazy fucker in that event, you know, standing up, screaming. And because I knew where the culture could go. I wanted to create something different. And I had a crazy bunch behind me of motivated individuals. And I said, man, we're going to create ATMs into something beautiful, and we're going to create a movement and a culture, and we're going to shift the industry. And no matter how crazy people thought we were, man, we're doing it. We shifted the industry with this culture. And I'm gonna be real, no matter how crazy people thought we were, now they're looking at us for how we built this culture. And, you know, you saw the blue-haired kids standing up at the event screaming, you know, chairs over their head, you know, going crazy. And now you're looking at us, Chairman 10. You know what I mean? So I want you to understand that when you come into this industry, you can create whatever that you want in your head. You know, whatever's in your head, you can hold it in your hands. You just got to give time, let time do its thing. Let time mold you into the person that can, you know, really just maintain these blessings. You know, a lot of people don't know, in September, I was 11 away from chairman. September, October, I was 11 away. And with this last promotion, just like I said, I thought it was done. I was like, mama, we're good. You know, I remember calling mama, yo, mama, we're good. And I dropped 300 people in my organization. 300 people left because, you know, holidays. And, you know, we've backtracked all the way. And in the last 24 hours, we put over 100 people. So, you know, it's May. Business is booming. You know, we popped, I think, 25 ranks today. And people can actually handle the momentum. They can handle the leadership. You know, they can handle these people. So God doesn't give you anything that you can't handle, right? You got to be tested before you can be trusted. So he handed me Chairman 10 because he trusts me, you know, with Chairman 10. So I just want to be real, no matter what situation, just to end this, you know, little, you know, interview scene, whatever the fuck you want to call it. No matter where you're at in this business, no matter where you are at in your life, no matter what your team size is, no matter what your family looks like, no matter what your bank account looks like, no matter, you know, what anybody's telling you, I want you to know that you're gonna go hit chairman. You just gotta let time do its thing. Because whatever's in your mind, I know that you're writing it on your hands. I know it's on your wallpaper. I know it's on your mirror. I know that it's on, your rear view mirrors. I know it's on sticky notes, right? I know that it's written, on napkins. I know it's written on your goal card. And you say it every single day, and you say it every single day, and you say it every single day. But it's just not happening yet. And I'm real, I was there. But at the end of the day, you can't let anybody that sees you know that you're going through anything. You gotta be a warrior, you gotta be a leader, you gotta lead from the front, and you gotta go make your vision happen. Not for anybody but you. And you gotta be like, yo, I'm a soldier, I'm a warrior, and you gotta get through everything, because that story is what's gonna motivate people. That story is what's gonna motivate people. And I'm gonna be real, I wanted to document this because this was my route to chairman. And I don't wanna document this at chairman 100, chairman 500, because this was chairman, man. All of what happened the past 4 years is what got me here. So, after today is what's gonna get me to chairman 100. That's gonna be probably another interview. So I'm gonna be real. It was a horrible 4 years, but it was one of the best 4 years of my life. And I wouldn't trade anything for it. I love the story, I love the pain, I love the struggle. And just to be real, mama, when you see this, I just want you to know that your baby did it. And this is what 4 years of struggle and, dissing the family and letting the family crumble just to go create, an income and a legacy. And, if this is playing at an event or this is playing wherever my mama can see it, I want all of y'all to stand up and clap and praise my mom for hanging in and being the strongest woman in the world, because she's been through the worst things in life. Homeless. I remember picking her up off the street. I got this bracelet right here from my mom, and I remember picking her off the street in Dallas when I was at the trade house those last couple of days, and she handed me this bracelet. She traded one of her sleeping bags for it, and I picked her up, and I was like, Mom, why are you smiling? She was like, I got you a bracelet. And I was like, Mom, but you're homeless. And she said, I know, but I thought you'd like it. So I vowed after that day to give my organization everything I had every single day for the rest of my life. Because when my mom had nothing, she gave me everything I had. Or she gave me everything that she had. She gave her sleeping bag and traded it for a bracelet just because she thought I would like it. So in my business, no matter what my situation looked like, no matter what, was taking place, I gave it everything I had. And I will continue to give this business everything I have till I die, just to be real, right? And just till the whole squad's, chairman 500, I'm gonna be real. So if you're ATMs, no matter when you're watching this, I love you guys. I believe in you. You can do it no matter what situation you're in, no matter what story that you're creating. Go create that story. Go let life do its thing to you. Go let it mold you into the man/woman that you deserve to be in this industry. And go tell your story to the world. I love you, ATMs. I love you, Mama. I love you, Cash Cartier. I love you, Matt, Jason, Emery, Darwin, Gustavo, all these people that really just helped me. Mike Miles, Jordan Morgan, Nigel Khalil, just all of these individuals. I don't want to leave anybody out. Chris Terry, thank you. And I love you guys. So that's it from me. C500, the whole gang. We up next. Peace.
We just popped Chairman 10. God, you're so big. We just popped Chairman fucking 10. Chairman 10, man. Chairman 10. We just popped Chairman 10. Stop, Crixus. This is how you do it. This is how we're gonna hold Chairman 25 right now. I don't know what to say. Bro, when I saw that shit blue, nigga. When I saw that shit blue. Get them chats ready. Should I type up something or should I just drop this shit? Should I type up something long or just drop it? Just drop it, huh? I need everybody in the fucking chat. Everyone in the chat. Hey, can someone show me someone's phone? So I want to see what the chat's look like. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he still hasn't even seen the flyer. He still hasn't even seen the flyer. I don't want to accidentally drop something. Is the chat lit? He's already lit? Okay. I'm not even gonna mute this shit. I'm smashing. Boom. Boom. It's in. I can't even pin it. You got a pin? Look at the writing on it. Look at the writing on it. You like that?
Damn. That's so lit. I did this for you, Mom. What the fuck is happening right now? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. You know what time it is.
Yeah, we didn't just tap that bitch.
Yeah.
We smashed through that bitch.
It's official.